my beautiful Pisces. This is Tina with 85th House Vibrations, and this is your mid-month reading for December 2016. I'm sorry it has taken me so long to get to you guys. I've been really sick over the past couple days, and one thing I notice is that sometimes when I read, I will get really sick, and I'm no good for a couple days. And it doesn't happen all the time. It used to happen a lot when I first started reading, and then I kind of felt like I worked my way through it, but now it's starting to happen again. So, yeah, after the last few readings I did, I was just out of it. I want to say happy holidays to everybody. Thank you, Pisces, so much for supporting. You guys have really been one of the groups that really, I see, tune in. And you seem to enjoy the readings and feel like you are getting some help. And I want to say thank you. Because if it were no you, then there would be no reason for any of this. I want to say to you that this is going to be for Pisces rising, sun, and moon. And if you want to put together a more complete picture of what could be going on with you for the last week and a half, I guess, of the month, you can check your moon or rising sign if they are different from your sun sign, if you happen to know what those are. Before we get into the cards individually, I want to say there's an overall message that I see, and I've been finding too that this has been happening lately a lot. When I lay the cards out, I just immediately get an overall message, and so this may not resonate for all of you Pisces, but there is a group of you who I feel like you were in a personal relationship with somebody. Can't determine yet whether or not this was a romantic relationship, or like a family relationship, just somebody who is very close to you. But I feel like you find out something else about this person. You're not sure whether or not to believe it, because you feel like, some of you may feel like you don't have any concrete proof. And this was the straw that broke the camel's back for you. And I feel like that some larger than life person possibly comes in to assist you, give you some facts on the matter or something like that. And you decide that you are no longer going to surrender to this situation. You are finding a way to break away from whatever this or whomever this person is. Okay, that's the overall message I get. So let's get into it, Pisces. This is the planetary spread, where there is a card for both the luminaries, the sun and the moon. Let's see if I can adjust that again. And there's a card for each of the personal planets, which is Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and then there is an outcome card. So in the sun position, which is going to talk about you, Pisces, is who you are, the last portion of this month, we've got the Five of Cups reversed. So when the Five of Cups is upright, you know, I always call that crying over spilled milk. But with it being reversed, Pisces, I feel like that some of you are have chosen to no longer let these emotions, these feelings, this negativity rule your being. You're tired of being somewhere tucked in the corner, head in hand, worried about whatever it is that you've been worried about. You're ready to move on from that. In the position of the moon, and the moon talks about our personal life, our home life. The moon can talk about our subconscious, our dreams. The moon position can talk about the mother, the things that make us feel safe. You've got the Page of Swords here. I'm feeling like you've gotten some new information on somebody close to you, some new information about somebody close to you. And for some of you Pisces, it's what I was saying earlier. I feel like it's going to be this new information that is going to make you say, that's it, I've had enough. Now, what I want to say about the Page of Swords, though, is if you get some new information from somebody, I don't think that it's all of the information. I don't think that it's either not all of the information that you need, or the information is a little bit premature. So I'm feeling like some of the details may be a little bit shaky. And with Mercury in retrograde, you know, I think that makes a lot of sense. If somebody comes to you with some information about somebody, especially somebody who is close to you, maybe just kind of take a moment before you make a move, because I'm feeling like the information may be a little premature. I'm also feeling too like this could be some gossip. With this being the Page of Swords, you be careful that it's just not just gossip. In the Mercury position, we have got the Two of Coins, and that Two of Coins is reversed. This is kind of what makes me feel like some of you Pisces, the information that you get will be feeling like you don't know whether or not to go with that, because you don't have any concrete information. I'm feeling like for some of you, you're going back and forth with the details that you've gotten because you don't know if you have any legitimate proof. And again, with Mercury being retrograded, I want to say, you know, be careful with what it is that you hear. And maybe you don't want to say or do anything until you know for sure. I'm feeling like for some of you Capricorn, somebody could be, or you are thinking that somebody has stolen some money from you. Somebody's cheating you money-wise. And you know, with this Two of Coins reversed showing up in the Mercury position, Mercury is retrograded in Capricorn, and this card is governed by the energies of Jupiter in Capricorn. I'm wondering, Pisces, if you've heard or you think that somebody is stealing for some of you, maybe large amounts of money from you. This is one of those situations too, where I want to say, be careful, Pisces, because it's the holidays, and there could be some organizations or institutions who might be, you know, allowing you trying to like give to the needy, give to the poor. Oh, it's Christmas time type stuff. Watch out. Don't be kind. Don't be kind. I feel like some of you are going to run across some so-called religious institutions, or some so-called charitable organizations who are going to be asking you for large sums of money, and I don't know if their motives are good. Now, on the other hand, like I said, some of you could be hearing something about somebody who's close to you, maybe taking some money, having took some money from you. Somebody just may be wearing you out, constantly asking you for money, and they may be lying about the reasons that they need the money, and you may be over it. Let's move on. In the Venus position, we've got the Hermit, which is a major arcana. And let me go back because I didn't mention the major arcana. We've got two of them. So there are a couple big things that are going on the last week and a half of this month, Pisces. We also have two court cards. No, we have three major arcana, Pisces. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Okay, that certainly changes the game. It ups the ante. We've got three major arcana, and we're talking about the last week and a half of December. But of course, energy flows, and I try to say this. So this certainly could be going on into January, but I'm feeling like this last week and a half of the month that some things are going to be going on. Some things are going to come up that are definitely a little bit of game changers. And I want to say too, because I woke up with this on my mind this morning, as we get ready to close this year out, I think it's going to be necessary to get rid of and I pulled this card, I don't know why, made me pick it up. Clutter. Declutter your homes, declutter your desk. It may help you if something's going on with you financially, something you don't know about. Declutter. You may run across that. Ooh, Pisces. You may run across that concrete information that you were looking for to determine whether or not the news you heard was actually right, or whether or not your thinking was right. I'm feeling like if some of you start to declutter and get rid of some stuff, that the information that you need, the concrete, tangible information that you're looking for, may show up for you. You may find something. Okay, so let's go back. So in the Venus position, like I said, we've got the Hermit. So the Venus position can definitely be about well, it is about those things that make you comfortable, the things that you're attracted to, and it is often the love interest, or that somebody that is very, very close to you. And I'm feeling like whatever that yeah, I'm feeling like that a lot of you Pisces are going to be hearing or finding out that somebody close to you is doing something in secret. And I feel like Pisces, you've had enough of it. I almost feel like this is somebody taking your kindness for weakness, and doing things behind your back because they think that you're not going to figure it out. And I feel like it has something to do with services. A female Virgo, possibly, Pisces. one way or the other. Okay, Pisces, the other thing too is to take a moment to step away from the chatter. And again, I'm feeling like you should be declutter, Pisces, and start shining the light in places that you wouldn't initially shine the light, or that you would, that you hadn't thought of previously. Start looking into those areas, whether that's areas of your house, areas of the mind, areas of your psyche. I'm feeling like a call for you to go somewhere that you wouldn't consider going, whether that's in the physical or not. Like I said, this could be even in your mind. Um, and I think that something is going to be illuminated for you, but do it quietly. Don't tell anybody what you're doing, because somebody might try to throw a monkey wrench in your plan. I'm feeling like if you are trying to find out something, if there's something you need to understand, if there's something that you need to prove, then just like I feel like somebody is moving around, and Mars has just moved into the sign of Pisces. So like I told one of the other signs, there's definitely there's a duality going on in the way that people are moving about right now. So the actions that you are seeing coming from other people may not be exactly what they seem. Don't be deceived, Pisces. And so whatever it is, if you set out on a quest to find out some sort of information or some sort of truth, just as secretly as somebody may be moving away from you, or against you, then you get on your investigative duties in quiet. Do this alone. In the Mars position, we've got the Ten of Swords. So like, again, I'm feeling like some of you Pisces, this was the last straw, or the last sword. In this case, you've had too much. It's too much on you, and this is it. And I feel like that some of you are going to put your energies into finding out the rest of the information. I told you this information may be premature, and you're not sure whether or not you can go with it because you don't have any concrete proof. I feel like this is you going about getting that information. But I feel like too, once you get that information, it may be a little more than you possibly bargained for, Pisces. I do think still that there's a need to go get this information to find out what is really going on. But I do feel like, you're going to feel betrayed. You're going to feel like, man, okay, really? That's just too damn much. But this being the Ten of Swords, once you find out what you need to find out, then this whole thing comes to an end. And Pisces, I think that it is because of you. And this operates under Sun and Gemini, so I definitely feel like there's going to be a spotlight put on some information, on some gossip, on some back and forth. And with Mercury retrograding in, I'm sorry, and not necessarily, yeah, well, it's because Capricorn too. Ooh. Okay, with Mercury retrograding and this being governed under the energies of Gemini, I feel like this may be some old. I feel like somebody brought up some old beef, or this is some stuff that's been going on for a while. But now you're getting new information about it, and it's kind of like a cold case that's been reopened. And you get this last bit of information, or you go looking for this last bit of information, because when Mercury retrogrades, it makes us go back and redo, rethink, reevaluate, refocus, whatever that is. It's all about the rereads. And so I kind of feel like that this is something that has gone on before, has gone on for a while, and now there's some new light that comes to this. And I feel like for, okay, in the Jupiter position, we've got the devil card, which is ruled by Capricorn, or this is governed under the energy of Capricorn. The devil rules, Capricorn rules the devil card. It's the 16th major. I mean, it's the 15th major arcana, and I'm thinking about this. I'm feeling like, yeah, I'm feeling like this is somebody that's personal. This is something domestic that's going on. But this is definitely going to be about you transcending these difficulties to reach a place of harmony. This is about making it through. This is definitely, I mean, and this devil card reverse, because the devil card reverse talks about coming out of addictions, coming out of the ways that don't serve us, coming out of the things that hold us back. And, you know, upright, there is a guy in a cage, and he feels trapped. But what it is that he doesn't see that the cage door is open. He can get out of it. He may have to walk through the fire, like I said, to another side. But, you know, it's far easier to go ahead and walk through the fire and get on past it, get out of what traps you, what cages you, than to just continue to sit there, you know, in the fetal position because you're scared. And walking through the fire is going to be far easier, and, you know, it's going to end up far greater than just sitting there continuously taking the heat. And when when the card is reversed, you can see now that the pentagram is upright as opposed to it being upside down. When it's upside down, that means that we are putting earthly desires and material things and sexual fantasies and greed and all of those things that don't serve us. We put those things over spirit. Well, reverse, we got our mind right. Now, you know, we are getting away from that. And I feel like for a lot of you Pisces, whatever this situation is, it is something that you are feeling like has controlled you. And once you get this information or whatever this is that you're going after, that is going to come to you. Now, like like I said, when it comes to you, whether it's something you're thinking about or whether it's something that somebody brings you, just be sure that you do get the concrete evidence you need. But once you get that, I feel like you're going to feel like, all right, that's it. That's it. I have had enough. I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. And for those of you who saw Snakes on the Plane and Samuel Jackson, you get it. I feel like, Pisces, that there is somebody who is in the Saturn position, somebody who I want to say some hot shot, somebody who is larger than life almost, that comes in to assist you. Or it is going to be the fact that you have decided to go ahead and look at that, walk through the fire. And you are the king now. Pisces, I am feeling like, at first I thought that this was somebody coming in to assist you. Like I said, some larger than life person. But now I'm feeling like, Pisces, this is you. I feel like after you have decided to go ahead and come out of that cage, and unchain yourself, uncage yourself, and walk away from this situation because it has become way too much. You realize you're being betrayed. You realize you're being stabbed in the back, and that's it. You can't take anymore. Look at this king. And you see those wands on either side of him, and he appears to be standing, you know, before them as if he has walked up towards, you know, this way. He's looking directly at you. He looks like he's walked through the fire. So Pisces, I am feeling like this is you. Once you free yourself from whatever situation this is that you're in, you become the king of wands. You become that hot shot, that larger than life, that you know, that fire, that passion. Um, I feel like you're burning the seas up. You know, you're a water sign. But I feel like once this comes to whatever it's going to come to, oh, Cancer. I mean, I'm sorry, Cancer. I said Cancer because I'm thinking about I feel like this is definitely something that's going to be going on into January because I just thought about the full moon that we have coming up in the sign of Cancer. So again, I feel like that this is something that is going on in the home. And I'm feeling for a lot of you Pisces, this is with a Virgo female. But anyway, I feel like that this situation has really, really made you grow up and stand up. And or it's going to make you stand up for yourself. I feel like this is you showing them what you stand for. And you know, if you've watched a few of my videos, I say that a lot. You know, sometimes you got to show them what you stand for. And Pisces, I feel like this is you doing that. I feel like this is you taking control and saying, no more, I'm out. I'm not taking this shit no more. I'm going to go ahead and walk through the fire. No matter what that means, I'm no longer going to let this hold me down, pin me down. I'm no longer going to be betrayed and let people continue to stab me in the back. I'll be by my damn self if I have to. That's what I'm feeling like. And the outcome is the Hanged Man, Pisces, and the Hanged Man is ruled by Pisces. The Pisces, and this is the number 12 major arcana. If we want to talk about the houses in an astrology chart, this is the 12th house. This is where things go to die. And I think that this is you putting this situation to bed. You're done with it. You're gonna bury whatever this situation is. You're ready to put it underground. Hopefully you're not trying to put that person underground, but you're ready to put this situation to bed. You're ready to put it underground. You're ready to put it to sleep. It's you know, this situation is dead to you. And I also feel like that this is you, you know, surrendering to the fact that now you must move forward. You must go now with your higher self. You must end that cycle that you were on and start a new cycle. And I feel like that you surrender to that. I feel like a lot of you are going to say, Jesus, take the wheel. You know, sometimes when the hangman shows up, if it, you know, it's a signal of you feeling like your hands are tied. Pisces, you have felt like your hands are tied, but they've been tied, I feel like, by the wrong situation, the wrong entity, the wrong existence. You should have only surrendered to spirit and your higher self than something that was tangible. And I feel like that is exactly what you start to realize, and you walk through the fire towards this surrender to that higher power, that higher consciousness, that higher mind, that higher being, rather than surrendering to gossip, surrendering to material things, surrendering to sex, surrendering to addictions and demons and things like that. That is what I get out of this, Pisces. And that's the way I see it in Pisces. I think that, you know, though this might be and may have been something difficult for you to go through, this really is a great reading because it shows you being this King of Wands, and you're going to have passion and fire and fight and you know, all kinds of things that are going to benefit you once you put this situation to bed. And that's the way that I see it, Pisces. And if any of you would like a personal reading with me, you can contact me at tina@85thhousevibrations.com. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you guys again next month.